Hello, everybody. Welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio. We was backstage talking. I looked up and went, "Oh my God, it's live time!" So, yeah, it's hilarious. But Susan's the first one. Nigel, you got beat this time. Susan popped in
Oh,
before you did.
that could have been a tie.
Well, that's
501.
because Susan's the one that gave me the idea. So, yeah.
Oh, well, good.
Susan
Yeah,
and Mike.
tonight's
Welcome
show
to
is
jump
brought
in.
to you by Susan Roberts' idea.
So-
So we'll get it
I had
going
dental
here in a little
work,
bit.
so my mouth is
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Ooh. And this hot weather down there on top of that ain't good.
But we have air conditioning. It's okay.
I know, we do too.
My
So,
sleep appliance doesn't fit, so I really couldn't use. Kind of halfway went in last night, and my jaw is killing me.
oh, I'll bet. Susan's been waiting for this discussion. So,
Yeah. It's
I can't add much.
Well, actually, everybody can add something because everybody will have an opinion.
yeah, everybody
You know,
will.
So, and they're going to have opinions on all kinds of different things on just this one post, just one.
Yep.
And sometimes when you find that kind of stuff, it's almost priceless because you don't have to come up with a lot of stuff to talk about. But
No.
I don't know. It'll be fun. But we're ready to go anytime you are.
Yeah. And
Everybody knows how we're doing. We're doing great. We're all sweating our asses off, and
right. And
we're
I
not
want
drowning.
everybody to know, I'll put a disclaimer out. You're going to love this disclaimer. Okay. What we show you or talk about tonight is on the internet. So you know it's got to be true. It was put
That's right.
on the internet. So we'll make sure everybody knows that it was found on the internet.
And just remember, the opinions we state are our own. They don't necessarily go along with anyone else's at all.
No. No.
So, but
Well,
tonight,
let's get this going.
So Susan shared a story about a baby daddy.
A true story.
Yes, a true story out of Paducah, Kentucky. So a local woman is doing fine after giving birth to her baby son yesterday. So this would have been last August. Speculation continues if Bigfoot is her baby's father. Sierra Munson, 24, gave birth to a healthy baby boy yesterday at the little clinic inside the Paducah Kroger. So she had her baby at Kroger.
At a grocery store. Okay.
Yep. The little bundle of joy, adorably named Daryl, is allegedly believed to be the offspring of Bigfoot.
I mean, you got to give her a break. She, it's usually 9 months, right? With a Bigfoot, you don't know. I mean, they could just pop out at 5 months or 10. Who knows?
So here, Sierra's husband, Harold, is reportedly over the moon with joy.
Of course, it was a Kroger.
Yeah. Over the moon with joy.
Well, I'd say there's a little age difference there between the mama and the daddy.
Wait till you hear what it is.
Okay.
Claiming he couldn't care less about the baby's lineage, Bigfoot or not, little Daryl is our son and we love him unconditionally. Harold is 54. Okay. Sierra Munson made headlines earlier this summer when she said she was impregnated by Bigfoot while on a camping trip. And she says, a few months ago, I went on a camping trip with some of my girlfriends. Yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Says Munson while smoking a cigarette. When I was asleep,
I believe she smokes.
Bigfoot snuck into our tent and had his way with me. When I found out I was pregnant, I knew that it wasn't my husband's because he's sterile. I knew then and there I was having Bigfoot's baby. Sierra hopes to enroll Daryl in daycare soon, but wants to make sure he isn't treated differently than other children.
I got one little issue.
What's
Get ready to enroll little Daryl in daycare soon.
Yeah, so because he was born a year ago. He's going to go to preschool or daycare.
He's not even a year yet.
Preschool. That's what they're talking about. Daycare. So you got to enroll him in.
It's not like you're going to put him in like a preschool.
No, she said daycare. Sierra hopes to enroll him in daycare soon. But she wants to make sure he's not going to be treated different because he's Bigfoot's baby. And she goes, and don't forget that he's a baby, a furry little baby. And this is a developing story. Okay. So this kid here definitely has a resemblance to his father.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like his adopted father.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the 30 years age difference, I don't know what's going on here, but something's not right.
Right.
And species, different. Okay. I don't think that primates can mate with humans, mammals.
Nope.
I mean,
I don't
if
think
they're
so
right,
either.
because, you know, all the Bigfoot researchers want to say that Bigfoot is a primate. So if he is, it's unrealistic. So is she saying that Bigfoot is a mammal?
You have to have Carter ask.
She'd have to be saying that, you know. If
So,
she, my
I mean, got to be
question is,
scientific here, right?
okay, you said she was in a tent and Bigfoot got in the tent with her, right? How big a damn tent? Because Bigfoot's supposed to be like 8-9 feet tall.
He crawled in on top of her. How about her friends? What did her friends do? Was she in this tent alone? Was it a pup tent?
No, could
Was
have
the
been
tent still
threesome.
standing
She
in
didn't
the
get
morning?
pregnant. I don't know.
There's all kinds of questions here that
Oh, yeah.
that say that this is a lie. I'm just saying, Maury would say, Harold, you're the father. I guarantee it.
Or Harold, you better find out what your other kins have been doing.
Yeah.
Feet sticking out. Yeah. Susan, his feet would have been sticking out of a tent.
And why didn't she scream? Because she was being raped? Or did she lure him there with wood knocks saying, hey, I'm here for you, and he got the message and he came running like a dinner bell?
Well, she's standing pretty good if Bigfoot was on top of her.
Yeah.
Mountain her.
Well, in this
Oh,
picture,
yeah.
And
800
she's
pounds.
not bow-legged like crazy. I'll put it
Yeah.
that way.
in this picture,
Well, I mean, look here. You can see why Bigfoot was wanting some of that action.
Yeah.
but tell me, okay, just this situation. Okay, it's Kentucky.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
the first thing. I mean, I can believe that she's not bright enough to know that it was a hairy guy,
Right.
but that her husband is dumb enough to go, oh, I'm fine with it, that you had a baby with somebody else.
Yeah,
Right.
where were our girlfriends at? That's what I was wondering.
That's what I just said.
Why didn't he just?
Yeah, why didn't she scream?
You
Why
can't
didn't
you can't click on the baby's picture and enlarge it, can you? Oh, that's better.
But when you look at this, who doesn't say Photoshop?
Oh yeah. Big time. That is photoshopped like crazy.
Yeah, who's holding the kid?
It-
Looks like some
I mean, he's got on little shorts here.
somebody.
But-
It doesn't even look like he's from this country.
No.
It looks like another country from what they're wearing,
Mhm.
and the person behind them holding.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of kids like that over like in India and
And I love these
Other
comments
places.
over here. Not to sound accusatory,
here.
but thinking she might have hooked up with Andre the Giant as well.
oh,
Although Andre's dead.
Yeah, Andre's dead.
I think he would, and he could have gotten something a little bit better, I think. This one woman says, I was wondering what all that screaming was about when she was pushing her buggy down the produce aisle at Kroger. That must have been a Marlboro full flavor Reds. And she smokes Marlboro.
Well, if the baby came out looking anything like close to that, right? Can you imagine what the paramedics or doctor thought when they got him there, when he got to the hospital?
What about this last comment? Daryl's a hairy little feller. This is good. I wonder if they called the people on Finding Bigfoot.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
want to know about this.
Oh yeah, they'd buy it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. And you're going to tell me no doctor with the baby being born like that probably went to a hospital. Won't 100% guarantee that, but probably went to a hospital. Nobody drew blood to test.
They have to do. They always do a test. On the babies, they do some blood work, but the mother can also decline that.
This is what we call manufactured BS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe that the woman had
And
an
we're
affair
talking
with
about
somebody and got pregnant, or that her husband really isn't sterile. But I'm
Yep.
going to go along with
That's
the
not
other
even
route.
a kid.
No, that picture's not her kid.
I know that.
I agree. And if it is her kid,
It's something
It's been photoshopped.
they made up. They're trying to get hits and money.
this is the
It
picture
is.
that the Paducah Insider shared.
The Paducah Insider's
need
newspaper.
That's pretty obvious.
Yep, Paducah Insider. So look at that. Media. Oh my God, the media's got to be telling us the truth.
Oh man, it's got to be for real.
So
Oh, let's say on the bottom, the Paducah Insider proudly endorses the great Biden. Huh, what a shocker.
and as you
Doesn't
can see,
every
it's-
newspaper?
it says this is a developing story, which is even
Yeah.
funnier.
And what's the date and time on that?
August 21st, 2023.
Not
And
even
they
a
haven't
year.
put any more news stories out about it.
That's weird.
Probably.
We're just not seeing them.
If anybody in the chat room is from close to Paducah, Kentucky, check out that newspaper. And
Are you on?
I know where's Phoenix when we need her, right?
Yeah,
But-
In Phoenix,
But
investigative reporter.
yeah,
The thing is you go to interview this woman, you're going to come out smelling like beer and cigarettes.
Yeah.
And
something else probably.
well, Kentucky is the meth capital of the United States, I think.
What?
No,
Did
yeah,
it take over?
yeah, they pretty much took over. They got to,
Independence better get back going again. Come on now.
so, but guys, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
Do you think that she's telling the truth?
I thought it would just right.
It's hard to keep a straight face on that, But yeah.
So that
Maybe it's maybe 4 Knoxes come to my tent.
Yeah, maybe. Like Susan said,
And I always do 3.
Mike said she must have had the Knox on the wood just right. Invite Bigfoot in.
Been a long time.
Yeah.
had to have been either that or he was blind.
You see my
sorry. Oh, I don't know if I did or not
Probably did.
because
What?
it was last night.
Tell your mom.
I forgot to send Ron's mom
Oh, forgot to
a
tell mom.
link.
But
Oh crap!
yeah, for a newspaper,
But she usually.
if I
doesn't
was
make
a
this
reporter
all the
down
time.
there and had to write that article, I'd be writing an article every week about it, taking pictures to say, is she telling the truth or is it a Bigfoot?
Hey, it's like Carter when he went down to that one place that a baby Bigfoot got in the greenhouse. Is in there every night. I know where my butt would be. I'd be down there parked. My butt would be parked outside the greenhouse taking pictures
Exactly.
and in the inside.
Yeah. And
Not
I definitely have something
running
there
off.
to protect myself with too,
Yes,
just in case.
just in case.
Bigfoot, if you're out there, I know you're big and bad and all this and that, but a
Yeah,
50
yeah,
cal
proving my
a 50
point.
cal can knock his ass down.
Instead of
But
I
yeah,
just
Carter
don't- I
showed
just-
some great pictures in that greenhouse.
I didn't even
mean,
think they're great pictures.
Because if you put your face up against a piece of plastic, it's going to look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you got to do is move it a little bit and
Oh
you'll
yeah,
You have to
it's
do
just
that.
make everything
moisture on
bigger.
plastic is all it is.
Yeah, I mean, on plastic, you don't even have to move. All you got to do is put your face against it, push a little bit, and it's all going to look the same.
Mhm.
You know,
Well, it's in the paranormal. It's pareidoia. Maybe it's Bigfootoia.
It could be. I mean, you look at everything, you know.
and then here's something else that I found that I thought was cute. I'm still not done with all my stuff, but I think you guys are
Okay.
going to like this. In case you guys are looking for the perfect Father's Day gift for next year, there you go. They probably have one for Bigfoot too.
They probably
So
do.
maybe what's her name can get herself a
Hey, Mom.
Bigfoot daddy shirt.
Hi, Mom.
So as you can see, there's all kinds of them. You know,
Oh, yeah.
perfect for Josh Hurd. Maybe this is one he needs.
What? Tell David to
Oh,
buy him
man.
one and send it to him.
Do you imagine that showing up in his mail? Opening it up. Oh no.
Surprise. This is from Lincoln's daddy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, a lot of these stories about Bigfoot, and what my biggest question is, why is it everybody that takes a video of Bigfoot, it's blurry and shaky with all this new technology we have
Yeah,
in
no,
phones and cameras? I mean, it's
That's what I
ridiculous.
said. I haven't seen any good enough evidence. I'll put it that way.
No.
And and I haven't found any good DNA either.
Right.
No, there's
Hair
all kinds of shit. But there was another story that I found that I just closed and I shouldn't have. When I was looking for this one, I typed in Somerset, Kentucky, Bigfoot. Okay, came up with Kentucky man encounters Bigfoot-like creature at a lake. Okay, so what's good about this one is this Bigfoot. These photos have gone viral. They say this is from a couple years ago. So, let's see here. So Kentucky man's Bigfoot photos are going viral for a dumb reason. See the photos. Okay.
Mhm.
So here's Bigfoot,
Right.
supposedly. So he says he captured proof of Bigfoot right here. Okay.
That looks
Keep
like
in mind, it's Kentucky.
Right.
Okay. And there are bears. A
Yep.
load of bears there. So here I can make this a little bit bigger, maybe for a second. No, I cannot make it any bigger. So, but what's that on shore? The guy called law enforcement and then started showing them his photos. Pulaski
That's a
man is
bear.
happy to be safe at home after a scary incident at Lake Cumberland today. Jared Arnett spotted Bigfoot in the woods and took these amazing photos of the beast. At first, I thought it was a grizzly bear, but I got a better look and realized it was definitely Sasquatch. It looks
That's
like a
a
guy
bear.
walking with his arms
it's
down.
a guy in a big suit.
And look how clear that is. Again, every photo we've seen has been in movement.
Look how little he is.
Here's another picture of him walking through. Who knows? Maybe Jared did find an actual Sasquatch living in the tri-state area, or just a really hairy guy vacationing on Lake Cumberland in the northeast, from the northeast. So, in all seriousness, big thanks to the guy for sharing the pictures. So, same Bigfoot creature photos. So here's an update. At the time I wrote this article, the below Facebook post contained the same photos of the story, and only the names were changed in Jared's post. Now Zach has completely changed the post into one of his fishing lures. So they removed the story completely off of Facebook after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, people, I guarantee it's either he got made fun of, so, is this guy lying about seeing Bigfoot, or did he
Problem solved.
did he get browbeat by his neighbors for being a Bigfoot enthusiast suddenly? I don't know. But, there's all kinds of stories out there that make you wonder. And I mean, not always make you wonder, is that true? It's more, how do you get away with telling people this stuff? Okay.
Right.
So there's a lady in Independence. I'm not going to use her name, but she's been on TV many times for UFO type stuff. She's part of MUFON out there. And she's written a lot of books. And in those books, she claims that every time she got pregnant, her babies got harvested right out of her womb. That she would go to the doctor and be pregnant, and then she'd go back to the doctor for her appointment and she wouldn't be. So was she having phantom pregnancies, which people do have, or were they really getting harvested? And she claims that the aliens let her see one of her children later on. I mean, she's very convincing when she tells these stories. She really believes that her babies were stolen and that they're being raised by aliens somewhere else.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure, I know who she's
in her mind,
about.
in her opinion, yeah, she believes it and thinks that way and everything. But as far as a lot of other people out there, it's hard to swallow something like that, because if this happened more than once, going to a doctor and found out you're pregnant, and then next time you go, there's no pregnancy whatsoever. Don't you think that doctor's going to do some testing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, she's very convincing. She truly believes that this happened. She has no living children.
Mm-hmm.
And very nice lady. I mean, I really like her. And her first name is Jean. And that's all I'm going to share. But she, like I said, she's a really nice lady. I've met her multiple times. But it's like, I can't get.
If you're an alien, let's look at this logic. If you're an alien species and you're going, I got anyone from this planet we could do this to, you really think she'd be at the top of the list?
They're not screwing her. I mean,
Well, you also got to look at it.
I didn't say that.
You got to look at it this way. Aliens are supposed to be this intelligent species, right?
Right.
So they're thinking, we take this baby, nobody will ever believe her.
Yeah.
So we can get away with this multiple times. Now, if they went and took a actress's baby or somebody big in politics, that could make the news somewhere.
Well, the thing is this lady, she did not believe in any of this stuff until she started saying that her babies had been being harvested. So it's one of those weird
Could be
things.
The story she used. Why don't you have kids?
But like I said, don't know.
Well, she does have a kid. The aliens have got it.
Yeah.
According to her.
Right. So, I mean, it's no different than growing tomatoes and the raccoon stealing them.
Yeah.
Before they're ready
comes
to
by and takes them out of the garden. Yeah.
So, but then you've got these other stories about women who are having alien babies. Or so they say. Okay. There are,
You're on the internet too much.
Actually, I'm not.
That's all I can say.
I'm not on the internet.
Get off your phone.
But yeah, I didn't look this stuff up until Susan sent me this message with the Bigfoot thing to see how many there are. There were more than 12,000 stories about women getting pregnant by aliens on Reddit. Okay, that's not counting anything else on the internet. That's just on
Right.
Reddit alone. So why is this the same as the Bigfoot thing? They screwed around. They decided that they didn't want their husbands to know, and they really got pregnant by somebody else? Or are they really pregnant by Bigfoot? And how can, again, we're going to go back to the species thing.
Wait a minute.
Species thing can't happen. It's the
That
same
we
as the
know of.
primate and the human.
Yeah.
Hey, I could go
That
for
we
the
know
guys too.
Well, there is that too
It
out
could
there.
go for us too. We could
There-
say we were snatched up. Where were you at last night? Well, I was snatched by an alien.
Now, there are stories out there where men say that they got alien women or alien females pregnant and that they want to see their baby. Or, how do you know I didn't get that alien pregnant? I'm like,
Right.
because things don't match up the same way. I'm sorry, but why do you think my cat's not having puppies?
They'll know when the female alien comes down and files for child support.
Well,
They don't know.
or maybe these are the ultimate deadbeat dads and moms out there. I don't know. But, it's more believable now to watch Mork and Mindy, and Mork was pregnant, than it is for some of these stories that we're hearing out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. And we'll say the last 20 years on the internet, stories have become stories.
Because people are making money off it. That's why.
Yeah.
It's all clickbait.
Yeah. The more crazy stuff you can come up with, the more you make.
That's right.
If you go back to last week when we had on Phil Gibson, and he was talking about all these things that people do to get people to watch their videos. This is no different. This is getting people to go spend hours upon hours on Reddit or searching the internet for this kind of stuff and clicking on stuff. And somebody's making money off of every single one of those clicks.
Oh,
so
yeah.
keep that in mind, people. If it sounds too good to be true,
It's,
or sounds too stupid to be true, common sense
Right.
says, think about this a little bit. But that's the first thing. I mean, this isn't the only things that it's not just alien and Bigfoot. It's women marrying ghosts.
yeah.
Ghosts got me. I got pregnant by a ghost. How in the hell does
How does that happen?
It doesn't.
The ectoplasm turned into swimming little fish or what? Yeah. Trying to keep
I guess that it was all slimy, but still,
Susan, Mike, jump in and help us out.
But no, there's a author in England. His name is Gavin. I forgot his last name. He followed this woman. He wrote a book. He was with her a lot, and she said she was having sex with a ghost all the time. And I'm like,
I knew I wanted to sit this one out.
no. I was just like, this is ridiculous. To be honest,
These are the conversations we have.
I couldn't listen to that show where he was talking because I couldn't believe it. But if it was the other way and it was a man talking about it, it'd be a whole, people would be out there wanting to listen to every single bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, hey, that's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's true.
So
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is an episode of ridiculousness.
So is that what happens when the wife comes home and goes to the bedroom and finds the blankets all messed up and pulls the blankets back and there's a mess on the bed? The husband goes, "Oh, I was having sex with a ghost."
I'd be saying you're cleaning that mess up yourself. And I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
but you see what I'm saying. But yeah. And we're not giving any people ideas out there. This is just, we're having fun
This
with
is
the
just
show.
stories that we have seen and heard throughout time being paranormal researchers, we're not just stuck on ghosts,
Right.
even though ghosts are easy compared to some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But there are people out there that the paranormal is their entire way of life, even when it's ridiculous and unbelievable. And how do you rule out the unbelievable from the impossible? Because we know that the Bigfoot baby, that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No.
And I don't
use some common sense.
Now, the alien stuff, there are some questions there. Are we all pretty much the same? Are we the same race, just raised in different atmospheres?
Different galaxies and, things like that. Our creator might have made another one somewhere else.
Yeah, but if we were all created, say, let's go with creation. If we were all created by God in his image, no matter who they are our parts interchangeable? Is that the reason why babies are being harvested or why people are being taken and experimented on?
There's two different stories about Bigfoot baby sent to Denise.
Okay, let me go to that.
But yeah, you bring up a good point on that. We don't, here we're dealing with a little bit of everything. Ghosts, which are hard to prove. Bigfoot, which is almost impossible to prove. Aliens is hard to prove and stuff. So we don't really know anything about them. But when people make up stories like this, they're wanting their, what we used to call their 15 seconds of fame, which now turns into 30 minutes of lifelong fame on YouTube or other different platforms and stuff where they put them.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's and it, like I said, that goes back to the clickbait kind of thing that we were just talking about.
Right.
Leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could put a YouTube video up and title it Bigfoot Baby. Woman and her Bigfoot baby. You know how many views that would probably get on YouTube just from the click on it?
A lot.
Oh, what we were sharing is in the middle of Susan's story, so it's hard to see. So, she sent the Paducah Insider one.
Uh-huh.
And then there's another one. Says, so this will tell you people that you need to pay attention to what you're seeing, because it is impossible. Well, it's not impossible. She could have a second home. It is possible.
It's 3 or 4 by now. All the money she made. People clicking on it.
So on here, I'm going to make it bigger on my side. So she said, Cushing, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Not Paducah, Kentucky now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I walked by, I thought I saw Oklahoma.
So there's two stories. Yeah,
Kentucky.
A local woman is the talk of the town after an outrageous claim that she recently made. Sierra Munson of Cushing, as opposed to Paducah, says that she was impregnated by Bigfoot. Same story. And Munson is a longtime employee at the McDonald's in Payne County. My husband is sterile and we thought we couldn't have kids. Now I'm pregnant. And this could only happen if Sasquatch was the daddy.
The same story, different names, different locations,
Well, actually, same
and
name.
actually different workplaces.
Same name. It was Sierra Munson. This time she
Uh-huh.
has a job. She's not useless like she was in Kentucky. Her husband's still sterile. She's still 24.
Yeah,
And
I
still
thought
a
I
camping
saw
trip.
Oklahoma, and I thought I saw Kentucky.
Yeah. So again, is this? I don't know.
You don't know?
It's
Seriously?
no. I mean, I don't understand how people could
Believe it.
This
I mean-
is 100% BS. I'll
is.
tell you that.
If it wasn't,
I know that for a fact.
yeah.
So-
I guarantee you could go out there and probably find 5 more stories in different places talking
I'm
about
not
the same
on
thing.
Facebook and all that crap all the time.
So
I wouldn't fall for it anyway.
no, none of us, no person in their right mind falls for this stuff. But
No.
seeing that it's the same story in a different place with the same names makes you go, how much of this is bullshit? 100%.
Right. And if it was wrote by newspapers, they're bored.
Well,
If they're writing
this
the
other
same
one,
story.
this story here is 97.5 Four Corners Country. So it's a country radio station that shared it.
Oh,
But of course, they're being sarcastic where they put in
Right.
their hashtag that says seems legit.
right. And
So we
Susan
know that
said-
they're being sarcastic. They're not claiming it's real news.
Susan says she must have had twins
Yeah.
delivered, one in Kentucky and one in Oklahoma.
Dual citizenship, I guess.
what was the date on that one?
This one's June 11th this year.
Oh my God. Bigfoot got her again.
Yeah.
Well, they're just
Gotta
saying
quit
she's the
going
talk
camping.
of the town after she made these outrageous claims.
I
It's
bet
not.
she's the talk of the town.
Yeah, she's probably the talk of the town before when she's buying her meth. But that's a whole different problem.
Or they
So-
must have got ran out of Kentucky and went to Oklahoma.
Actually, in Kentucky, they'd be embraced.
Well, Oklahoma would probably not be a good state if you got a half Bigfoot kid because you can hunt them.
Yeah, there's
Legally.
Bigfoot season down there.
Yeah.
She better
that's,
keep
that's
her
probably
kid
not a good
indoors.
idea.
Yeah.
Might want to leave.
When it says that the story was far fetched, it is.
Yeah, that
Far-fetched.
one's been stretched a little bit too far. I mean, oh, yeah.
DNA would be required for me to believe any of it.
hmm But then,
So,
what's DNA going to prove? It'll prove the mother's blood type, but the other will be unknown.
yeah. And what's unknown mean? It means that nobody knows. And it's because they don't have a father's DNA to go with it
Right.
to rule out. I mean, they'd have to take Harold's DNA
Yeah.
and see if it matches. Does it match human DNA? No. That's what they want us to believe, that it wouldn't. But I guarantee she got raped by Bigfoot. It wasn't Bigfoot. It might have been a guy in a hairy suit. But this
Yep.
is just her way of getting around I screwed around on my husband.
It is.
Mhm.
And look, can't tell how many views have been seen on that, can you?
No.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And it's being shared everywhere. So somebody's making money off this story
Oh, yeah.
and everything. And you know she's getting a kickback on it somehow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all you really probably have to do is look up Sierra Munson.
See, she's got a Facebook page.
We're wasting this much time on this.
Yeah,
I gotta go feed the dog.
Yep,
Yeah,
she's on
you're right,
TikTok.
Susan. Susan goes, some idiot paid them for their story. Probably.
I guarantee it. But
The movie will be out soon, folks.
yeah, I guarantee it. So I don't know. I just think that the sad part is that if there is mental instability here, it's going to go untreated.
Right.
So that's the biggest part of the story is,
Yeah.
are we sitting here making fun of somebody because she truly believes this? Or are we just calling out the obvious that,
We're calling out the obvious and the story, not the
yeah,
person.
no, not the person, because there
You
may be
know.
something's going on there. It's just we don't know the backstory.
Right.
We just know the story that they wanted to present the world, and the world ate it up.
Yeah.
So
In 2 different states, 2 different towns and stuff. The only thing in the Oklahoma one was she wasn't at a Kroger giving birth.
yeah, but you know what? I For some reason, I believe that they could be more out of Kentucky than out of Oklahoma for some
Oh,
reason.
oh yeah. Yep.
So, but she's got a common name. It's easy enough to, to say, hey, here you go, Sierra Munson in this state or this state. So I don't know.
When you look at it this way, if she's not being paid for the story with her picture out there on the internet and everything, you couldn't walk anywhere without somebody going, "Oh, you're Bigfoot's mommy." You know,
Uh,
so you got to get paid for something.
Something, but again, I just for feel bad for the people who believe.
Read it and believe it.
Yeah, yeah. But again, this goes with all these other stories. Which ones could really be true, and which ones are blatant lies?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one I believe is a blatant lie.
Yep.
The alien stuff, like I said, if you go with creation, and we're all supposed to be created in God's image, something might be possible, especially with the aliens that look like us.
Right.
But again, that's a whole other story. What do aliens look like?
Right. There's
We
supposed to
don't know.
be
I've
X
never seen
amount of
one.
many different types of them out there that some people say, but until there's absolute proof of it, that's about like on anything. You got to have absolute proof of the alien, absolute proof of a Bigfoot, absolute proof of ghosts, you
Mhm.
know, and stuff. So, yeah, they're all stories. That's why the word is story. It's a story,
Yeah.
is all it is.
Very little fact is in there. So with the Sierra Munson story, maybe the only fact is that she had a baby.
Yep.
That may not even be the fact. We don't even know if this is a real person, but it got a lot of attention over the last year from people all over the place.
Right. I'd say it's the female and I guess her husband, they're real people because those were actual photos
Right.
and
But
stuff. The
was that
baby,
really their
that
names?
baby picture was photoshopped. There's no doubt about that.
Mhm.
I mean,
But
it's
the
it's
question
ridiculous.
is are these same things, are these same stories happening in the Himalayas? Are there Yeti babies?
Don't know.
Is this just somebody picked up a storyline and they're just repeating it in different environments across the world?
Hmm. Well, it depends on what is popular
The
in your
culture.
country, the culture. Aliens, Bigfoot, married a ghost, had sex with a ghost. All 3 of those are big in this country. Now, you go into other countries, ghosts are big there. Not Bigfoot, not aliens and stuff. You go to other countries, aliens might be real big over there. Bigfoot might be Yeti and different things like that. So it depends on the culture and what's going on if somebody's out there try to make $1 or $2, make a story up about it. Take a photo of somebody. It's going to run for a while until the person sees it and files a lawsuit to have you take it down, or, something like that. And I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep. And like I said, there's again the unbelievable and the impossible. And this is where common sense comes in. And it's one of the things that we're not teaching our children. We're not teaching them logic, how to logically look at this and go, this is not real, and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
I know I had to explain to my kids a lot of things that I never dreamt I would have to explain to them. And it's not just paranormal. It's just,
well, you look at when your kids were little and everything, and they'd watch a horror movie. You had to explain to them, that's a person in a costume playing a part.
mm-hmm.
Or somebody gets killed in this show. Next week, they're in a different show.
Mm-hmm.
You had to explain, this is Hollywood. These are actors.
Mm-hmm.
The ones playing the horror movies and everything. Freddy Krueger, that's an actor in a costume and makeup. And
not
stuff.
much makeup. He pretty much looks like that in real life.
I know he does, but
still, how come they killed him and he's back for sequel number 4, 6, and 8?
Exactly.
It's
well, they
one
did
of
the
those
same thing
that,
to Michael Myers and everything.
Yep. Oh, and they do it on every soap opera. Everybody comes back to life on the soap opera. They were never really dead. They brought them back to life. But yeah, I mean, critical thinking skills are at a minimum these days. That's the biggest thing that we can bring out today is critical thinking. Just because it sounds unusual, it's still just, it's not true. So that's one of the things that we all need to remember is just because we see it and it's fantastical, what is the likelihood of it being for real?
Right.
Not knowing anything about genetics, you can still look at at these stories and go, there's no way it's possible.
It don't happen.
I mean, all you have to do is look at a few different things. The woman in the picture looked like she might be 5 feet tall, and Bigfoot's supposed to be 8 feet tall. It'd kill her.
Yeah.
The baby would be huge. They would have to do a C-section. There's no way that she could give birth to a baby naturally in a Kroger store without.
Well, I would say there's no woman walking this planet right now. You take what they say, how big a Bigfoot is. Could you imagine how big the baby is?
Yeah, we don't even want to go there.
You're talking what? 45, 50-pound baby? Probably.
My first kid was 10 pounds, 3 ounces, and that was considered big.
I know.
My aunt had one that was 13 pounds. So, you think about that, and that's sometimes for some people, that's the size of a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah. Oh, I know. My first son weighed 10 pounds, 8 ounces and everything. And when I got home from the service there, first time I seen him and everything and looked at him, I went, hell, how long ago did you have him? He looked more than 3 days old.
Yeah.
And
Lacey
stuff.
did too.
And then my great-grandmother, had a son, Bill. They said, through all the family history and everything, they said he weighed 15 pounds. She was a big woman, big bone woman, right? Tall, everything. So, yeah, she could probably give birth to a 15-pound baby. But like they said, when he was born, it looked like he was big enough to walk out.
Oh yeah. They teased about giving Lacey the keys to the car, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I understand how big a baby can be. And, you know, Ron and I are not, we're not short, but we're not tall. We're average people. Your average baby is between 7 pounds and 10 pounds.
Right.
So if you're an 800-pound Bigfoot, full grown, or you'd have to go with it had to be an adult, most likely, or even a older teenager, you're still looking at a 40-pound baby.
Oh yeah. Take an average man that weighs 200 pounds, right? And
Genetically weighs 200 pounds.
pops out a kid that's 7, 8 pounds. Okay.
Mhm.
Go, or even a 10-pound baby. Okay. We'll make it easy and everything. Go 4 times that weight. So go 4 times the size of the baby. And you're looking at a 40-some pound baby coming out. In this instant, that little bitty 5'2". Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. You're going to be, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be ripped. You couldn't even walk for
I
a
mean,
long time.
just logically thinking, we've already torn this story apart, period. You know, but again, my dog or my cat is not having puppies, and it's the same sort of thing. And, you know, just explaining that to, you know, a teen, you know, a preteen, they're going to be the ones with the bigger questions. How in the heck did that happen? You
Yeah.
know, but yeah, that's one of those things we all just need to think about a little bit and look at who's telling you the story. Is it somebody credible? Is the Paducah Insider credible?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about their newspaper.
Either. It's Insider. It's
Or
not.
is Paducah Insider one of those underground newspaper type deals too?
Or
We
is
don't
it
know.
just one of those ones like Inked or whatever that just puts out human interest stories, whatever they can get to get readership, like The Onion. You know, I don't know, but I'm not in Paducah. I'm not in Oklahoma, so I don't know. And I haven't looked at a newspaper since I was looking for a job back in the, let's see, when was it? Back in 1996.
Exactly. You know, I don't even why they do even newspapers anymore and everything. You can
People
find
have
everything.
hamsters.
I know
People
you
have
find
hamsters.
everything still on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, and in Maryland, they use the newspaper for crabs. Oh, and Louisiana for crawfish.
Yeah.
Oh, and just a heads up, crawfish are way too much work for something smaller than a small shrimp.
Right. Oh, I know.
Unless you're sucking it out the head, it's not. I got crawfish for my birthday for the very first time, and it was not worth it. So just keep that in mind. Get it pre-cleaned.
You didn't get the whole crawfish and pop the head off and go.
No, not that's. I don't think that's something you do the very first time you eat crawfish.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't get my. I'll tell you, I don't get my shrimp with the head on. So
that's true. That's true.
So I probably wouldn't. But yeah, it's way too much work, way too expensive for what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was all that I had today. I didn't have a whole lot.
Well, that's good because we broke down that story completely.
Yeah.
And everything in all different directions. And like we tell everybody, these are our opinions and everything, and not to offend anybody that does believe the story, you know, and everything. But yeah, it just goes to prove one point. Everything that's on the internet, you can't believe.
No. You've got to comb through it just like anything else and figure out what parts of this story are true and then which ones can you blow holes through. And,
all of it.
And like I said,
would you like to hear it?
No, we've already done it. You know, that's why we were finishing up.
Horse to death, huh?
Yeah, we're finished with it. So, And as you can see, Ron didn't want to talk about this at all. But
no, it was funny. I didn't think you'd spend an hour going over and over and over trying to make reason.
No, we went through a whole bunch of other.
We broke it down.
I mean, if you want to find a guest, go for it. So
maybe I figured it out really quick.
We all did.
We all did.
But one of the things is what people believe. Sometimes that's really the end of the story.
Yeah, those ones clicking on these stories and
making people money. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that goes back to last week when Phil was talking about that kind of stuff. So, but it is funny how all of our shows, regardless of what they're about, are all about the same thing. It's all about people.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's this show or the political shows, it's all about what people believe.
Right. And so on every show, you got to remember, it's all our own opinions and everything. So, we're not trying to force anybody into believing the story or, believe it. We just bring topics out and talk about them and tell you what we think about it and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, as you can see, we've got our cat back. So
she was abducted, in case anyone was wondering.
We are wishing. There are times that I wish.
Abducted her and put a collar on.
Click on like if you believe it.
Yeah. if you believe that, hit the subscribe button and like button.
Subscribe and like. Actually, we can get our little weather girl to say that part. She used to send Piper. So we're going to talk about Piper for a minute. Okay. Piper used to send me videos that she would do. And I asked her for a video telling Grandpa happy birthday back on his 60th birthday. And at the end of the video, she goes, like and subscribe, follow me on YouTube. And I was like, does she not know who? I mean, it's only going to me and Ron. I mean, it's not going anywhere else. But she was doing that at 3 and 4, telling people to subscribe and like and follow her.
She still does it.
Yeah, she still does it. But the other day, Ron videotaped her doing the weather out there at Fort Blakely.
Uh-huh.
On a dock.
Yeah, and she did good. You could tell she had memorized all the weather for the next few days.
She wasn't. She was very focused. She wasn't looking around for any alligators or snakes that might have been, sneaking up on her or anything.
Or even the moss that I put next to her. She didn't see the witch's hair that I left next to her. So, but yeah, we may have to get her to do our disclaimers because she's got it all down. So.
Tell her to make a video of anything she wants us to show on the show, whether it be paranormal, whether it be weather, whether it be how the ocean is, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. Tell her we'll show it on here.
She got all excited a few weeks ago. This guy came to their house and bought some Pokemon cards from Devin.
Right.
And he's got a YouTube channel. And he took some pictures of Piper and Devin together and asked if it was okay to use as one of his thumbnails. And she was just all excited to be a thumbnail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, is that all it takes?
Hey, it may be. They may have to start her own YouTube channel and get it going.
Honestly, I would hate that for a child.
I would hate it too, but you never know with the way things are going nowadays.
I should have videotaped my edging.
Yeah, you should have.
Time lapse.
That turned out really good.
Well, we got
okay, it's 108 right now. We're going to shut it down for the day.
Well,
at 9 in the morning.
The good news is they approved us changing out our termite bait for rock.
Right. Susan's got
Piper's
to
Minute.
write. Yeah. Tell Piper to make a minute-long video, and we'll put it on the show and break in with Piper's Minute of the Week.
The weather.
She might have a blast doing that.
Oh, she would.
Easy.
I mean, I don't know if you remember one of the times we did the show from Vegas and we were in the hotel room and she was sitting on the bed, on the other bed. She wanted nothing to do with it. She just looked over at us and said, "When can we go home?"
Mm-hmm.
And now she's wanting to, now she's wanting to go everywhere with us.
Yeah.
So
She's getting older and she's seeing more stuff and probably watching YouTube a lot.
Well, her
And
parents are
everything.
boring.
well,
That's right.
mom works nights and sleeps days, and Nolan is a handful, so she needs to get away from Nolan.
Right.
So
And she's how old now?
she's 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
she's-
going on 30.
Even if they got her on YouTube and they're watching the kids' channels, there's so many kids out there now doing YouTube channels that she's probably following.
Yeah, but you have to remember she's 7 going on 30.
Yeah. I know how that
Whole
is.
different thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
your granddaughter, Cassidy. That Sally house. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was 12 going on 30.
Yeah.
She
started doing
was.
this tour.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, she stopped by today and everything. She picked Nana up and went to Trenton up there to pick up her biology experiment from the college.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
will she
She's
be
got
done
it.
before your trip?
yeah, she's got to do it, do this test and everything and send it to the college and everything on dissecting it and checking it all out and everything.
Is it a frog?
No,
Okay, I don't want to know.
it's a
No.
pig.
Yeah, I was to say frog. That's high school.
No, I
It
said,
doesn't matter.
I asked her, I said, didn't you do biology in high school with the frog and stuff? And she goes,
Yeah.
no, we didn't get to do that because that was during COVID
Oh.
and was at home and doing it like, tests and stuff like that. I said, oh, so now you've upgraded. You got this baby pig and formaldehyde and some other parts that are in formaldehyde that you got to do tests for her anatomy and biology class.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. I had to do eggs. We all had different stages of a chicken egg. And then we had the frog. And I was the note taker for all of it.
Yeah. I
I
like the
couldn't-
frog because we'd hook a 9-volt battery up to it and make it jump.
Yep.
Yeah. It's alive. Oh my God,
Well-
Franken frog.
These dogs, they see a frog and they jump. I mean, really high.
Oh,
every
really?
time. We have frogs
Oh.
all over the place here. So, but
Yeah, but I know what you mean about little ones, 6, 7, 8 years old. And they're going on 30. Easy. Because, yeah, they pick up and learn a lot real quick.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
I've seen a lot of that and everything. And now you look at them and everything, like Cassidy, she's 19 and stuff. And I'm going, oh my God, where'd that time go?
Mm-hmm.
it whizzed by. So, but I think that we probably should call it a night. You need
Yep.
to get some rest and eat something before the next show, since you were out in the 105-degree day.
Yes. Well, it was actually hotter than that earlier. It is right now. Oh, let's
What are you
see.
doing?
Right
working
now
outside.
it's 93 and feels like 105 still outside up here. And we
Yeah,
got
like I said,
storms coming in tonight.
Yeah, ours was 103, but I hope you guys will all join me next Monday at 7 p.m. Central for the Paranormal Pride with my guest, Haunted Souls Paranormal. And can't wait to hear what they're going to be sharing. They're going to also be at the Paragould, Arkansas Paracon, Horror Con. What is it? Horror Paracon?
It's
What are they
the
calling it?
Hiya Nation Paranormal Horror Show. is what it's called and everything. And that's July 11th, 12th, and 13th in Paragould, Arkansas.
And Ron and I will hopefully, we're planning on being there on that Saturday.
Right. I'll be down there for all 3 days, along with my wife, along with Tammy. Well, with Tammy, my wife. Cassidy will be with us. Of course, Denise and Ron will show up from the Bill of Rights Network. Phoenix Williams is supposed to be showing up for at least one day down there.
The Haunted Housewives.
Yeah, Chris Eriks, my other host on the Bill of Rights Network, he'll be down there. So we're going to have a lot of the hosts, and a couple of them I'll get to meet in person for the first time. But the celebrity list down there is going to be awesome. Keith Age is going to be there.
He's one of the people that I'm really looking forward to meeting.
Right. Yeah, because you've never met the Blue Bodie yet, have you?
No, I haven't met her either.
You're going to really like her. You're going to really like her and stuff.
Well, most of the people we're coming to see are the people we've already met. And that's because this is the first chance we have to come up there and see you guys. And we don't have to go all the way to Kansas City for it.
Right. So, we're kind of meeting halfway in the middle.
Yep. That is pretty close to halfway.
Yeah, because it's 806 miles from here down there.
From your house, it's 806?
Or no, not 806. 400.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
486. Just a little under 500 miles.
Yeah, it's almost 1,100 to here, right?
What?
No, it's 900 and something. 960 or something.
Just over 900.
Okay.
So it's about halfway. It's roughly halfway.
Hey, Crystal. Miss you. Love you.
Yeah.
So, but yep, join us next Monday at 7 p.m. Central for the Paranormal Pride. Are we having a show next Tuesday with the 4th of July and all that coming up?
What is the day next?
That's going to be July 2nd.
Are you leaving Tuesday or?
Maybe the following.
No. Or early Wednesday morning. Oh, yeah.
We're leaving Wednesday, the 10th, and get down there Wednesday night, get checked in motel because I got to be over there bright and early Thursday morning to get everything set up for the Thrasher party with the VIPs and everything in there.
Yeah, more than likely, I won't have a show on the 8th, and you're not going to want to have a show on the 9th.
No,
not leaving. So yeah.
I've been busy today inside on some of the engravings and everything. The light's not going to show it good in here.
Oh, there you
go. Anyway, it's got
tribe?
the tribe on it and the word tribe on it and everything. These will be for sale where Santiago will sign the back of them for them and everything. So, yeah, I've got to make a lot of stuff to take down there.
Well, have fun. And if we have a show next Monday, it'll be at 5 p.m. Central Time, right here on the Bill of Rights Network and on the Paranormal Pride YouTube page and wherever else we're sharing at the time. And I'm going to let Carl go into that part. And if we have a guest, we'll let you know who it's going to be.
Right. And we want to thank Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment page. We want to thank Things Network page for letting us go on. And I forgot to share it on Japan Paranormal.
Well, we can share it after.
We'll share it out, but we want to thank them too and everything. So everybody have a great evening, and we'll see you next week here on Paranormal Nation Radio. Have a good evening.
And remember to blame it on Bigfoot.
That's right. Blame everything.